What are the key takeaways? What do you think a sort of modern events program looks like that's leaning into the evolution and changes that we've seen over the past couple of seasons and couple of years? Do you have any thoughts on that, Liv?
I think my biggest takeaway is that in-person events are back, which is really exciting. But I think there's just so much potential and opportunity to learn from all the things we gained from virtual when the pandemic first hit. I'm really excited to see how in-person events progress and how event professionals leverage technology, virtual experiences to make events more inclusive, more engaging, more immersive. I think we've heard from a few of our guests about event examples, how they're doing this, the benefits of that virtual element. But I'm excited to see kind of how that takes shape in the next few event seasons. What about you?
To me, for the next few seasons, a modern event program looks like a program that leverages a combination of flagship in-person events, hybrid events that we are going to call in person probably, but hybrid events with virtual elements. And whether those are destination events, whether those are big conferences, whatever they are, and we've talked a little bit about that. And then smaller year-round virtual events to stay in front of your audience and your attendees to deepen those relationships. I think that communities are going to become more prevalent. So not just events as moments in time, but more on-demand experiences, more just ongoing, continuous kind of engagement, both led by the organizations, but then also the users, people just having conversations and creating safe spaces for them to talk. I think that bringing your events program in closer to your broader marketing efforts, I think that leverage your IT team to help with your data challenges. If you don't already have an event technology platform of record, get one. Obviously, we would recommend Webex Events for pretty much all events, virtual, in-person, hybrid, large, small, internal, external. We can do it all. Olivia and I are both content folks, but for the storytelling and the production value aspect, get close to your content team, get close to your creative team. The days of event people kind of doing it all by themselves or leaning on the presenters to create decks, completely by themselves. We should try and figure out how to evolve that process and make it more collaborative and better, because people's expectations are higher. They want more. And if they're going to come, especially in person or even virtual at this point, if they're going to come and spend their time with you, they need to come away with some valuable takeaways that they can implement into their own organizations. This is really very simple. Put your attendee first. Put your prospect first. Make it easier for them. Make it more accessible for them. Just like technology, I don't think any of those things are going, I don't think we're going backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, I think another big takeaway for me is just the evolution of the industry and how event professionals have had to adapt. I think we should just take a minute and applaud event professionals for just how many changes there have been in the industry, from virtual to in-person to hybrid, or whatever you call it. I think that should be reassuring or comforting to event professionals. A lot of you have done virtual, in-person, hybrid. You have the experience and the tools that you need to kind of enter this new era of events, these next few seasons. Take best practices from each of those event formats and think critically about when it makes sense to have a hybrid event or an in-person only event or a small virtual experience. You have the experience after these tumultuous past few years to really create a well-rounded events program. I think that's going to be really big moving forward, is having a variety of event formats. Obviously, like thinking critically about when it makes sense to use each of them, but I think that they lend themselves well to specific use cases. And we've just heard so many examples of how event professionals are leveraging each of those formats to create well-rounded year-round experiences. So all that
Yeah,
to say, you have the tools in your tool belt. And it's just been really inspiring to hear about how event professionals have adapted to create experiences that, like you said, put the attendee at the center of everything.
absolutely. Yeah. Event professionals are our heroes. And I think we tried to balance throughout this season a combination of giving event professionals actionable takeaways because we do respect your time and want you to gain something, but then also we hope that this season was a love letter to you guys and to the professionals in this space because I've just never seen a more passionate, flexible group. And this job was already tough pre-pandemic. This was tough before virtual. This was tough. Um, just the just the logistics itself of running successful events was already hard. And now you are also a data analyst and also a virtual event producer and also a content producer and in some cases an IT specialist and all these other things. So much love for the event space and the industry. And we hope that this was valuable to you and that you want to share with friends. And we hope you enjoyed it.